Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Leah and I love makeup. Today I am doing this monochromatic makeup tag look, and of course I had to choose purple. It's clearly my favorite color. So if you want to see how I did this look and I had a ton of fun with it, please make sure to stay tuned. Oh, and before we get started, if I could ask you a huge favor to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. Today I will be starting by priming my skin with the Touch in Soul No Pore Blend Primer. I haven't used this one yet. I got it in this month's, is it still February? Oh my god. This one's BoxyCharm and I've heard really great things about it, so I'm very excited to try it today. I'm just gonna do, oh, a lot comes out in one pump, so we're gonna start with that and see how it goes. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, one pump is probably enough to do your whole face. It smells pretty good. It actually doesn't have much of a scent to it. It smells a little bit like something my grandma used to use for her skincare. I don't know what that scent is, but so far it feels pretty good on my face. It feels like, you know, that kind of smooth, like satiny feeling that a blurring primer gives you. So far so good. And for foundation today, I am still trying the Joah Truly Yours foundation. I really liked it in my first impression, so I just kind of want to keep trying it out and see how we do with it. I found when I tried it the first time just to do some dots and not actually drip it on, because you can see it's pretty liquidy, and just kind of dotting it around, it makes you not spill it on your shirt like I just did. And then I'm using my IT Cosmetics something or another airbrush brush. It says in the instructions to kind of pat it in, but I found that this one worked pretty good just using the blurring brush and blurring it in. So we'll see if I still like it today and how it works with the primer underneath it. So far pretty good. I was so surprised by how well just a little bit of this foundation really covers. And I haven't heard many people talk about it, which I don't know. Maybe there's something I don't know, which is why I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. But the only person I've really heard talk about this is Taylor on The Taylor. I'll link her below if you guys want to check out her channel. She does really great in-depth foundation reviews. But I saw this in CVS when I was just randomly in there shopping, and I was like, oh, I've never heard of this brand. And then I just found the one video from her, really. So I'm surprised more people don't talk about it. Maybe because it's a matte finish, I'm not sure, but I like it, and I think it's a good one because it does cover really quickly, so it's on days when you're trying to do a quick face and get out the door. I think this would be a really good foundation for that. I went ahead and put my brows on, and next I'm going to do concealer, and I'm using the Surprise ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Light 16. So for my brows, I actually have been mixing two pencils, and I think I'm kind of liking how it's going. I had two different brow pencils that I liked for two different reasons, and then I also disliked for two different reasons. So they kind of work together pretty well. It is the Wet n Wild retractable angled one, and then the Joah dark brown eye pencil. So these two together I think work pretty good. This one, the Joah one wasn't dark enough, so that was an issue, but it had a really good texture. And this one was a good color, but it's really waxy. So actually using the two of them together works pretty well, I think. It's still some issues, so I'm still kind of working on them, but together they seem like they work pretty well. And then I've also been really liking to use this brush for my concealer. I don't know why, because I let it dry down a little too much. I just like how it buffs it out. Now we can get into the fun stuff. Today I'm doing a monochromatic makeup look, and I'm going to use the shade Purple. I will be using some shades from the Profusion Temptress palette and also a ColourPop single shadow collection that I just put together of shades that I kind of wanted to fill in. So I think together we can use these and make a really fun look. I just put a ton of powder under my eyes because I think I'm going to be doing a lot of blending, and I'm not really sure what the fallout looks like on these. And since they're going to be kind of big pigments, this is going to be the best way to combat that. So let's get started. I am going to go into the Temptress Profusion palette and use this shade here called Finesse. I'm trying a new technique today that is not my typical jam, but I've heard that it's the new way to go. So you start with the darkest shade and you blend out to the lightest. So I'm going to be using Finesse, and the actual brush that came with this Profusion palette is, I really like it, which is surprising because usually the brushes you get with palettes are not so great, but I really like this one. So I'm going to just blend this into the crease and a little bit above the crease, and we're going to start there and work on blending out. Next, I'm going to go in with this shade from ColourPop. It's called Try Me, and I'm just going to kind of move along the edges a little bit and bring it down a little onto the lid, just to kind of start making that gradient. This is working out nicely. Next, I'm going to take the shade Shell from the Profusion palette, and this is my most favorite brush from Storybook Cosmetics. That means we are announcing a giveaway right now in the middle of this video. If you would like to win a set of the Storybook Cosmetics, I think it's the Witchcraft and Wizardry brush set. They all look like wands, and they're super nice and heavy and great quality. All you need to do is comment below with which house you are in at Hogwarts. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, find the quiz on pottermore.com and let me know, and I will randomly select a winner on Friday of this week. Okay, so going back in with Shell, the light shade, I'm going to take my wonderful brush and just blend out the top edges again. Alright, so next I'm going to take the shade Finesse here from the Profusion palette and mix it with just a tiny bit of this blue shade Thunder, and use that just to deepen the crease and the corners a little bit, just for a little bit more definition. Next, I'm going to grab Cloud from Stila. It's one of their magnificent metals, and it's so pretty, and it's purple, and it's shimmery and beautiful. We're going to pop that on the whole lid. And next I'm going to totally get really sparkly with this glitter quad from NYX. It's a Sprinkle Town, so I think it was Christmas time, and it's Strawberry Whip is the name of it. But I'm going to be using this little purple shade down in the corner here and just use that as my surprise! I'm back with lashes and liner on. Now we're going to jump into the rest of the face. I'm starting with Hoola bronzer on my little fat awesome Christmas sale brush find. For blush, I'm actually going to jump into a palette that I really did not like the first time I tried it. It is the Pure Midnight Masquerade palette. It's got eyes and face. I just didn't like it. It was really powdery, and I didn't think that these had much pigment to it, and then this had way too much pigment to it. So I'm going to try this blush again. I'm choosing this one because it's got a bit of a purple shift to it, or a purple tone to it, but I remember it being super pigmented, so I'm going to use a really big fluffy brush and just barely touch into it. Alright, that actually works, and I'm going to just leave it and not fuss with it because I looked like a crazy clown the last time I tried to use that shade, so we're just going to stick with it as it is. I am using for the very first time this Shimmering Swan highlighter from Pretty Vulgar in the shade Glow Up. This I just got in a BoxyCharm, and I think it's really pretty. I've not used this before. I got a crazy like bright pink blush from this brand once in a box that it's nice. That's pretty. Okay, so this is nice. This is a good highlight. It's got a nice glow to it. It's not chunky and glittery. Ooh, but it does shimmer. Yes, yes ma'am. All right, let's do lips. Because this is a monochromatic look, I am going to be grabbing Lilac Lacquer from EyeSense. It's a nice kind of mid purpley shade, and it'll go and pull the whole look in purpley together. And that is the finished monochromatic makeup tag look. I hope you guys enjoyed my super purpley video. I know I had a lot of fun creating this look. If you liked it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because I will love you forever. Have a super great rest of your day and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, 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 bye.